Well, for the last 15 years, I've been in the European Parliament, so my voting record is important because that indicates what my future actions will be. So just a quick hop, skip and jump through some of them. I voted at all times to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, COP22, Kyoto Protocol, and fully supported the Paris Agreement. I fully supported all legislation on the circular economy and single-use plastics. I worked to protect biodiversity. Specifically, I was the only Irish MEP to contact the Commission about a particular insecticide called neonicotinoids, which was damaging the bee population. And thanks to my action and about 70 other MEPs, the European Commission banned neonics for use for a 3-year period. I also was excoriated more than once in the Farmers' Journal for my stand on glyphosate. I have never supported, in fact, I've actively voted against GMOs and imported GMOs. And when I went to the Parliament first, I actually had the opinion of most Irish people on SACs, or special areas of conservation, that they were Brussels sticking their oar in. After 15 years, I learned that they actually protect our biodiversity. As far as renewable energy is concerned, I support community participation. I've been to the Tipperary wind farm and I campaigned against the huge wind farms that were proposed for the Midlands, huge grants. It would have been the building boom that we experienced 20 years ago. As regards the present, you know my opposition to fracking. Again, my views on Sitka and forestry are the same as everybody else here, and I believe we have to look at sustainable, extensive farming. Suckler beef emissions, according to Teagasc, are about 50% of that of the dairy herd. Suckler herd has actually reduced by about 15% in the last 4 years. Pillar 2 payments must give farmers an income for supplying public goods. I was hugely supportive of those schemes in the last CAP and will be in this one. They should be mandatory for member states and for farmers in order to get Pillar 1 payments. Some of those schemes that I had particular interest in were around the protection of the curlews, the Shannon callows and elsewhere, and also the hen harriers. Finally, I was the only Irish MEP to be actively involved in the organic regulation, working with IOFCA to put down amendments to make sure that it was fit for purpose. I've worked with seed savers extensively, spoken at their conferences, and I think one of the issues that we all can deal with is to reduce food waste and put in place proper infrastructure for electric vehicles. Finally, win-win for everybody, retrofitting of buildings. Thank you.